What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Here we are. We are back again for yet another weekly book review. This week's book is The 3D Coach by my main man, Jeff Duke. And what inspired me to review this book this week is I got the opportunity to do a table setup and speak to some campers with the FCA, and Jeff Duke is someone that I had the pleasure of meeting a couple years ago at the USA Football Convention. It was the same convention in which I got the chance to meet drawing a blank. Kurt Hester, yeah. The same convention I got a chance to meet Kurt Hester, who I did a book review about a few weeks ago, and so many other people that I got the opportunity to see. And this is a lesson for all of you authors out there and all you people that are trying to really spread a good message. When someone hears you speak, when you really speak and you touch someone's heart, they will go out and buy your book, because that's exactly what happened with this one. And it happened with Kurt Hester. It happened with so many people that I go to a lot of different conventions back when things were really pumping, and before COVID, I was in something different every week, and I would hear these people speak, and I'm like, I gotta buy the book, And that's really what it's all about, because we can put things on paper, we can write, anybody can write a blog, or anybody can write things and hide. But when someone is really believing in what they're saying and they're living their life in a certain way, those are the kind of people that really make change. And Jeff Duke, it was actually a Sunday, because he's heavily involved with FCA, and he kind of conducted a service for us that Sunday. The FCA was the USA Football Conference. It was in Orlando, and it was a weekend, and it was early Sunday morning. It wasn't a lot of us coaches that were there. It was just a small, like a handful of us that woke up that Sunday morning and heard Jeffrey Duke give a word, man. Just give us a word. And I remember actually after the service, I shook his hand. He gave me his card. He goes, "Yeah, my cell phone's on there." And he's a professor at UCF, so I'll definitely be reaching back out to him with seeing if we can collaborate on some things. And that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about authors connecting with authors and people just figuring out ways to spread positivity. And that is what this book is all about. Let me just go to my favorite part of the book. It was page 70, and I'll read it to you. Because as someone that has played sports his entire life, and he's someone that has actually, let me just, before I even read that to you, the forward, the two people that wrote the forward to this book, Bobby Bowden and Tommy Bowden, because he used to work with Coach Bobby Bowden, the legendary Coach Bobby Bowden, who I believe he has the most wins in college football. Yeah, ever since Paterno, because, you know, Joe Paterno went through a situation. So Bobby Bowden has the most wins in college football, and Jeff Duke got him to write his forward, because again, a lot of people don't know that about Coach Bobby Bowden, is that he was so much like such a man of faith. And actually a couple of his books is going to be on the review soon. There were so many things and so many lessons in leadership that he has, and he was able to learn from him. And I've said it on multiple occasions. Knowledge is to be gained and passed along. And let me just see, because this is what happens. I start rambling, I start talking about certain subjects, and I would just keep going. So let me just get to the book. Calm down, all right? Page 70, he says it. We've bought into a lie. He says we bought into a lie that says in order to motivate athletes, we need to give them more stuff. In my early 20s as a coach, my lack of understanding blocked me from moving to the next level. There's an old saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I don't like clicks, but it comes down to this. 3D coaches capture the hearts and minds of the players, and that's when true motivation takes place. That's it. I mean, everything I've kind of already spit out to you before I even read that. This was one page. 3D coaching. Let me just show you that he has an entire brand that's 3D dimensional coaching. The beginning of it is like, let me show you because it's hard for me to explain, but it's very much like the pyramid. Just get a good look at it. the foundation, the fundamentals, then the psychology, then the heart. So he's taken John Wooden's pyramid and he's turned it into his own to make it like a 3D pyramid. And he has, like I mentioned, a 3-dimensional coaching. He has an entire brand out there. Also, he is a professor at the University of Central Florida, along with running his own institution. And when you look at the things I'm doing, when you look at how I was able to create this brand that I'm creating, create this infrastructure, it was just simply by sitting back and learning from people like this and understanding how important it is that you get a coach in life. There's nobody that does it by themselves. You don't reach these levels of success by doing it by yourself. You have got to be around certain people that are driven by the same things. And actually, I was telling I forgot who I was talking to. I was random guy. Yeah, when I was at the FCA camp this weekend, I was just talking to random people and just having casual conversation. I'm telling you, there's a difference between direct competition and indirect competition. Direct competition are people that are doing things exactly the way you're doing it and there's no help involved and you have to, squash your competitors. But indirect competition are people that are going towards the same goal and you need indirect competitors to keep you going. So he's someone that I would consider an indirect competitor, because if I didn't know that these kinds of things existed, if I didn't even know how to build the as Darren Palmer would say, book to business. If I didn't know how to use a book as a lead to create more opportunities to leverage books and things like that, if he didn't lead the way, then I wouldn't even know these kinds of things are possible. So it's so important for all of us, man, all of us, everyone tuning in, everyone that's been a fan of my work and has been, keeping up with me for the past 4 or 5 years, however long it's been, understand that it comes from somewhere. It's coming from a real place. It's coming from a place where I actually went out and I paid to be at that USA football convention. The little bit of money that I was making at 9 round, I put it in the budget to say I'm going to drive to Orlando, soak up all this information, whether it was Kurt Hester talking to me, whether it was Sherman Armstrong, whether it was Jeffrey Duke, whether it was Mike Tomlin, whether it was all these, just being around all these people. And I would go to events every single weekend until COVID hit. I mean, I was at a different camp every single weekend, soaking up some game, just soaking it all in, taking it all in. And I'm doing and continuing to do it because things are opening back up. So again, I do this all the time, but like I've mentioned, these are going to be released as podcasts, so don't worry about keeping up with these on social media. Understand, this week's book review, 3D Coaching, what inspired this was the fact that I got back in touch with the FCA organization. Shout out to Desmond Cook. And I was re-energized, and all of the work that he and I, or the conversations, the things that I was thinking 4 years ago, all of those things come back because you sow good seed. I'll close with this quote. The good book says, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. When you put out good seed and you make those good connections and you just keep watering those plants and watering those plants and watering those plants and watering those plants, eventually something beautiful is going to happen. So that's my that's my message, and that's the takeaway for today's talk, is sow some good seed and keep watering it and watering it and watering it and watering it, and eventually it will harvest into something great. I'll close with another quote. It's, someone is living in shade today because somebody planted a seed a long time ago. There's a tree that's giving somebody shade right now because somebody planted a seed years, billions and billions of years ago. So again, appreciate all the support. Don't forget, I'll be out in the community a little more. I'm fully vaccinated now. I'm ready to roll. I'll be out. Just hit me up, makeyourmove.com. Continue to enroll in some of the sports marketing courses, get a Move Swiftly workshop. I'm actually developing now to become a keynote speaker, so look out for those. There's so many things coming down the pipeline, man. I just have nothing but gratitude for all the people that have been there from day one. All my day ones, as my boy O would say, but day ones, my day ones. Appreciate you guys, man. Continue to move swiftly. We'll talk more soon.